Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Toimbo Emmanuel Adedabola and this is the Blazing Youth Insight. Today I'm right here in Lagos State University where I'm going to be asking them questions relating to social issues confronting us in our dear society. We all know we have several cases of insecurity, insurgency, high cost of living, relationship crisis, to name a few. But I'm quite positive and very confident that we will definitely scale through all these challenges if we inform and we set the right pace for the coming generation. Thank you very much. Of things now in Nigeria with the current situation and the social vices that are rampant nowadays, do you feel pressure to be someone you're not? Like all these factors, does it push you, does it influence you to change your perspective towards things or change your whole personality?
I think that is far-fetched because why should anyone? I don't want to be unrealistic. So I'll be speaking from my own perspective and for myself. I don't think anything happening around can change my personality because apart from being a born again person, truth is there is no pressure anywhere. It's just
there is no
the
pressure.
Mentality of people.
What you assume to be
people think will be given the gift of decision. So if you want to be oppressed by situations around them, it will be your own fault. There is no pressure, and I'd say there's no pressure anywhere.
There is no pressure anywhere.
The Nigerian economy is deteriorating. Everything is becoming worse, as it were. So I can't say I am not worried. I mean, I'm still in this country and I'm a citizen, so definitely in one way or the other I will be affected. In fact, I'm already affected, like transport. Well, there is no pressure. It doesn't mean it should drive me into doing illegal stuff or doing things that are not proper.
So not against your standards.
Against my standard or my values.
Very good. Thank you very much for that. And the second question, I have 3 questions. The second question is, what qualities make a good friend? What's in your own perspective, what qualities do you think make a good friend?
Okay, qualities that make a good friend. Okay, I would say a friend whom you're free with, someone who you can share your weaknesses and your successes with, someone who pushes you to be the best of yourself, like to be the better part of you. Someone who shares similar values with you. Yes, you won't be
I love that. Someone who shares similar values with you.
You can't be a friend with someone who has direct opposite of what you believe in. No, it shouldn't work that way. If you're a person of integrity and your friend does not believe, your friend believes in being corny, then I don't understand that kind of friendship. So your values, that's very paramount.
That's a very bright insight. And the last question, the question is, we have had several accounts of relationship, conflict, crisis, and all. So, first off, are you in a relationship?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay. But you can still definitely answer this question. So the question is, okay, you're not in a relationship, but in your own point of view, what do you think is, mostly responsible for, relationship crisis among, partners?
Okay, this encompasses a lot. It varies in diverse of ways. So relationship crisis can result from incompatibility, diverse from values. Probably they don't believe in the same they don't share the same values. And it could result from family backgrounds, it could result from diverse reasons for relationship for relationship crisis. Could be behavioral weaknesses and character errors. So the when it comes to relationship, the crisis varies and it can emerge from diverse factors
And from both partners.
for both partners.
All right. Thank you so much for your time. What's the name?
My name is Ifechukwu Gospel Amazing.
Ifichuku Gospel. Amazing. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. So the second question is, what qualities do you think make a good friend?
Okay.
What qualities do you think make a
I
good
think
friend?
the very first thing for you and your friend is the trust. The trust is very, very important. And
Okay, you have to be trustworthy. The friend has to be
yes,
trustworthy.
yes, you guys have to trust each other. And
Okay.
it's like positive values actually.
Oh, okay, very good, very good.
If there are constant positive values,
I love that. Okay.
they can
And the last question, this one is, it is also a social issue, but it's associated with relationship. We have heard several accounts of relationship crisis going on. Even currently now. So I would love to ask you, first of all, are you in a relationship?
No.
No. Okay. But in your own point of view, who do you think is more responsible for breakups?
Breakups.
Yeah, for
Between the
for
partner and the marital.
in relationships, conflict in relationship most
Okay.
time.
No, someone cannot judge on the face of it. Actually, it
Okay.
depends on how things arises, how the conflict arises. In
Okay.
the first place. That's how they can actually do this
Ascertain
thing.
who
Yeah,
is.
that's
Okay.
it. Actually, you can't just judge from the face of it.
Alright. Okay, thank you very much for your time. And what's the name, please?
Ismail.
Ismail, thank you very much for your time. Do you feel pressure to be, someone, does it influence you in any way, with the state of things in Nigeria?
So
to say?
definitely, everybody,
How? Why?
as a person, it influenced me too.
Okay.
Economically,
How does it influence you as a person?
exactly. Economically,
What has changed
a lot has changed actually.
about you?
About me,
Yeah.
yeah, a lot has changed. Like, feeding is very hard now
Okay.
as a student.
So your consumption rate has.
Yes,
Okay.
feeding is very hard. My allowance is not even able to, cover anything.
Yeah.
Even tea fare is doubled. So that's true. In fact, it affected the school fees also. That the school fees was raised, it was increased too. As
Okay.
a person, it's affecting me.
It's affecting you. So does it, is it influencing you to, like change, the way you do things before, change the things that you do?
Yes, definitely. Like before, I wasn't into business, but
Now,
then the
yeah.
allowance they are sending me is not even covering anything, and it feels like the permanent allowance for now. So I have to get my brain together and get something in action.
That's a very bright insight. Thank you very much for that. The second question is, what qualities do you think is, what qualities, make someone a good friend? What qualifies someone to be a good friend? What qualities do you see that in someone that makes someone a good friend?
Okay, for me, I think what qualifies a good friend for me
Exactly.
is anyone that adds to my life, anyone that after being friends with you, I'm able to gain something. I can say that, oh, thank God I met this person. And anyone that actually, for me, yes, that's what I would say, because
Someone who is
that can
adding to you,
influence me in a good way, actually.
someone who can influence you
In a good way, that no, there's a testimony that, oh, thank God I met this person.
But what quality will you see in that person before you can say this person can influence me in a good way? Someone you're not sharing the same interests with at all, you can definitely be friends.
Okay, for me, if I see a person for the first time, there are some things I don't like in a person for the first time that I look at. I'm talking to you and you talk too much. I don't like it.
Okay.
Again, so if I see a talkative, I'm not just interested, because
Okay.
I believe that a good listener is better than
you say,
talkative.
okay,
For me,
someone
that's
who
one of the
understands
things that
you.
understand, that can not be just talking blah
Thank you very
blah.
much for that. And the last question, are you in a relationship?
Yes, I'm in a relationship.
Okay, very good. So, there are several accounts of relationship crisis going on. There's rampant in our today's society. So, in your own perspective, or first time, who do you think is mostly responsible for relationship, crisis or conflict?
Who is mostly
Like
responsible?
which gender, contributes more, to relationship crisis?
I don't know. It depends on the people
Both of
that are
them.
involved. Exactly.
Okay,
It
so it can be
depends. So it
both.
could be the male, it could be the female, it could be anyone.
So you're not saying most times, the
It
girls
is.
are always too bossy,
No.
the guys are bossy or what?
No, because I've had experiences of, oh, it's the girl that is bad, yeah, the guy is so nice, and there are times that you'll be like, what, this guy is a beast, this woman is so cool. So I think it's just, it depends on the people that are involved.
I love that. Okay, and finally, the last question is, you said you're in a, that's the last
Yes,
question.
yes,
You
yes.
said you're in a relationship. So, when misunderstanding arises, when there is a rift between you two, what strategy do you use to, reconcile?
Okay.
What do you do?
In my relationship, if anything comes up, we make sure firstly that we trash it that day. We don't sleep
Okay.
over our fight.
Okay, you trash it
It
immediately.
might not even be immediately. It might be like after you get angry, I get angry, and everybody just leave me. It could be like after like 30 minutes, and maybe one person is feeling remorseful or so. In fact, at times it's just two of us coming together to say something. Then I'll be like, I'm about to call you, say, but I called first. Then we talk. It's okay, you're at fault. Okay, I
Then
apologize. Okay,
everything-
yeah, you're at fault. Yes, and we settle.
That's very good. All right, thank you very much for the insight. What's the name?
My name is Sarah.
To some exactly to some extent.
Okay.
Because there are some things I didn't do sometimes about, but now I do them, which I can't say on camera. But not
Okay.
fraud. So don't
Not fraud,
Not fraud.
okay,
Don't
okay.
think for something else.
Okay.
So I think
So
the
it's-
influence of kind of
influence
economy
you.
that we have now.
Okay, that's very good. And the second question is that, what quality do you think makes a good friend?
A good friend.
A good friend.
Well, is it regarding the economy that we have now, or just
No,
generally?
just
What makes a
generally.
good friend?
What makes a good friend?
I can't really say, but then a good friend should be able to express to you whether you do bad or do good. They should be able to tell you whatever you're doing, whether it is bad or not. So if you're my
Okay.
friend, I'll be able to tell you that you did something bad.
Transparency, loyalty.
Exactly, transparency. So I'm being honest. I think that makes a good friend.
Transparency and being honest. All right, thank you very much for that beautiful insight. And the last question is now: are you in a relationship?
Yes.
Okay, very good. And the first question is, it's a two-in-one question. You're in the relationship, and that's very good. The first question is, in times of really when you're having, crisis or when you conflict in your relationship, what medium do you use to, to die down the matter? What strategy do you use, to make sure you guys,
Communication matters.
okay?
So whatever happens or whatever is going on between I and my babe, we try to talk it out. Sometimes when we start talking about it, it might not really give us the answer that we need. But when we
But
talk about it,
constant.
time to time. So
That's very good. And the last question is in your own point of view, we have had several relationship crises that is even very rampant now. In your own point of view, what do you think is much more responsible for, relationship crisis now?
I can't really say, but money will be, as they say, love is sweet. But when money
Yeah,
enters,
money.
it is sweeter.
So that means
So I'm not saying everybody's relationship has crisis due to money, but
okay.
there are some, and lack of communication. Like I said earlier, if there is no enough communication between them,
Okay.
there will be
Well,
issues.
what I'm saying is between the two partners,
Like the girl and the boy.
girl and the guy. So who do you think,
What do I think causes?
cause,
For me, between I and my person,
Ah.
what I think cause our issue is just when we don't misconception, so to say. When we
misconception between the both
both of
them.
us exactly. If I don't get what
So
she meant,
it's-
so if she thinks otherwise from what I'm thinking, things like that
Yeah.
cause issues.
All right. Thank you very much for the. You don't feel pressured, but why? Or why do you think you are not pressured at all?
Because whatever will be mine will be mine.
Whatever
I don't
will be
feel-
yours.
Will be
will be yours.
mine. I don't feel
That's
pressured
your
about
own.
the employment stuff. Because if there's no employment, people should be an employer of labor.
Okay. That's very good. That's insightful.